Hey everybody, JC here with another TNI toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And today's review is going to be a little bit different. It's not actually going to be a full-on specific product review, but what I want to do today is I want to take a look at the new deluxe Hoth Star Wars Black Series figure sets from Hasbro. I posted a review last month of the deluxe set with the Hoth, Luke, and Wampa. And then Shartimus Prime last week posted a review with the deluxe Tauntaun with Hoth, Han Solo. So there's links in the description of this video below for both of those reviews if you want to check out specific product reviews of each of these different sets. But when I did the Luke and Wampa, I did not yet have the Hoth, Han, and Tauntaun set, and Shartimus has yet to get the Wampa and Luke. So when he did his review for the Tauntaun and Han, he didn't have the Wampa. So I kind of wanted to show a comparison with the two sets together since they kind of go hand in hand with each other. Now I don't know if it's worth you getting a second Han and Tauntaun set so you can have a Tauntaun for your Luke, but basically I just wanted to kind of show you that the Luke does work pretty well with this Tauntaun. So if you wanted to, to again buy a second set so Luke could have his own Tauntaun or just use Han's Tauntaun, they are kind of compatible with one another. So, and also the accessories that come with the figures kind of go hand in hand with each other as well. So some of the complaints I had about the Luke, like not having the goggles or the binoculars, you get those with the Han Solo figure, and they actually work pretty well with the Luke. So again, if you wanted to kind of switch off, you can. So first off, just to give you some size comparisons, here is a look of the Wampa figure and the Tauntaun together. So the Tauntaun is actually a bit bigger than the Wampa, taller and obviously longer as well. Now I won't say 100% sure, but it seems to me with the two compared that the Wampa is a little bit on the short side. I want to say the Wampa should have been maybe about the same, at least the same height as the Tauntaun. I don't recall the Tauntaun being bigger than the Wampa. I might be wrong on that, but I almost kind of want to say that the Wampa compared with the Tauntaun should be a little bit taller. So, but overall, I think the scale works pretty well. If you want your Wampa to attack the Tauntaun, it certainly can, and it looks pretty good. So, not a big complaint. But and again, just because I don't recall them being exactly on screen where they were standing next to each other, at least for more than like 2 seconds, I can't really say for sure, but I do just kind of think that the Wampa should be at least as tall as the Tauntaun, if not maybe a little bit taller. Also, here's a comparison with the Luke Skywalker figure and the Han Solo figure, and you'll see here that Han Solo is definitely taller than Luke Skywalker, which he should be. Luke, as we all know, is a little bit short, on the short side, a little short for a stormtrooper. So scale-wise, seems to be pretty good with these. Now, again, what I want to really point out between these two figures is the accessory. So the Han Solo and Hoth gear with the Tauntaun comes with this pair of binoculars. Now, we see Luke use a similar pair of binoculars at the beginning of Empire Strikes Back when he's watching the Probot crash land. And so one of my complaints with this figure was I thought they should have included a pair of binoculars with this Luke. So, again, if you want to give your Luke figure these binoculars, he can hold it. You got to kind of stretch out the hands a little bit, just like you do with the Han, but you can get it in his hands, and you can get him to hold it up to his eyes and stuff. So I like that. Now the other thing I had said is I had wished that they'd given the Luke figure some goggles. Now, being that this is Luke after he's been attacked by the Wampa and everything, I guess they didn't give him goggles because the goggles were knocked off by the Wampa. But still, I think it would have been nice if we'd gotten some goggles. So the Han Solo figure, if you've seen the review for this product, you'll know that the goggles are removable. You just kind of have to remove Han Solo's hood and then the goggles themselves are removable. It's not a perfect fit on the Luke figure because the Luke's got these things on the side of his hat. He's got this, I guess, radio gear or whatever this is supposed to be, and then he's also just got some pouches or again, I'm not really sure what these are supposed to be, but like pouches sculpted on. So it's not a perfect fit, but you can definitely, if you want to put the goggles on top of his hat, that works. But if you want him to wear the goggles, you can get them on there. Now what you need to do is you need to just pop the head off, and the head's just on a ball joint. Then you've got to slide the goggles from the bottom of the face because you can't get it over that lid. And then again, it's not a perfect fit because of these pouches, and you kind of have to work it to slide it, the strap, because it's kind of a tight fit, to slide it up high enough so that it looks remotely, accurate. But again, it's not going to be a complete fit. But you do have the little soft goods scarf, so you can kind of hide the straps as well. And so once you get that on there, again, I think it looks halfway decent if you want your Luke to be able to wear some goggles. Then you just pop the head back on. And voila. Again, it kind of looks better if you kind of hide the straps a little bit with the scarf, put the scarf over his face and everything. But I think that's gives it a pretty good look. Okay, so the figure also sits pretty good on the Tauntaun. Actually, I think it fits a little bit better on the Tauntaun than the Han Solo figure does. Like with the Han Solo, he's got the two peg holes on each of the feet, so they can fit into the little pegs on the saddle. Though you don't really even need to do that, to be honest. But basically, just to get him to sit, you just kind of put him in the sitting position, and you slide the feet in. And again, you can, if you want, you can plug the feet into the little saddle straps. And for the most part, they'll fit in there. Sometimes one of the feet will kind of slide out if you're moving it, but for the most part, you can get both feet into the saddle straps. And then once you get the feet in, then you just kind of pose the figure however you want. You can have him holding the reins, or you can have him holding, goggles, or not the goggles, but the binoculars, or you can have him talking on his little communicator on his wrist. So again, however you want to pose it, but he fits pretty good on the Tauntaun. So that's it. Again, this isn't a full-on product review. If you want to check out full product reviews of either the Hoth Han Solo and Tauntaun, or the Wampa and Luke, there's links and descriptions for those specific video reviews that we've done in the description of this video. But I just wanted to do a quick video just to kind of show you that when you have both sets together, they do work pretty well with each other. And again, I don't know, based on the cost, if it's worth buying a second Han with Tauntaun to get so your Luke has his own Tauntaun. My guess is eventually we're going to get another Tauntaun released with probably a cutout belly. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that maybe as a Target exclusive. Last year we saw the Biker Scout released in all black as a Target exclusive. So I could see us getting either a Han Solo with maybe brown coat and a Tauntaun with cutout belly, or maybe a Luke without the cuts on his face and stuff. With the cutout belly Tauntaun released as some kind of exclusive down the road. So you might not want to buy two Hans and Tauntauns right now. Maybe wait until at least see until San Diego Comic-Con and see if there's any announcements made. We are going to be doing more Star Wars reviews this week. We got a whole bunch of product. I've got the Revel Tech Boba Fett coming up that we're going to take a look at, plus some other Black Series figures, the Emperor Palpatine I finally got, and a couple others. The Clone Trooper with red markings I've got coming up, and the Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise. So stay tuned for more Star Wars reviews this week, and until next time, as always, please leave a comment, let us know what you think. I've got a gallery of images for the Luke, the Luke on the Tauntaun and everything over at Jedi Insider. There's a link in the description for that as well below. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe, and until next time, I'll catch you later.